Assalamu alaikum and Eid Mubarak. How are you, viewers? And I'm back here again with the uh, VBA file handling session. In the previous video, we have discussed how the main things which a user must know, a developer must know how to handle file opening, closing, etc. Right? And the workbook name uh, and and how to close all the unwanted files and do while use of do while loop, etc. So let's do a recap first, and before we proceed to the today's topic. The Alter F11 will take us to where we have been. We were here in the last session. That was file handling. Oh, yeah, this was our code in which we opened the C files and then we closed those files, right? So, and one way of doing is just pressing the cursor here and running it by pressing F5 or this. So it is going to tell you that how many files are currently open, and then it will start opening the files. Then again, it will tell you these files are open, and in the end, it will close the files, right? And it will terminate and telling you that you are back to the one file condition. Okay, so let's press the F5 here to run this program, and it is now telling you that one file is currently open. Fine. Now it is opening the files, and once they are open, it is showing you that the 4 files are currently open. Now it is going to close the files which it has opened and leaving on the main file open. Other than the main file, all the files are closed. So this was the recap of RAM. Now, in the today's session, we are going to do the same things with some object-oriented sense, and also we will discuss the stop command, which is a hard, what you say, a breakpoint. One breakpoint we learned was putting a red mark on the statement on which we want program to stop during the execution. Let's go to our today's yeah. For example, in this is our today's in which today's plan is that we have modified the code a little bit. Okay, so what is the little uh, means our today's agenda is to tell you, to show you how this stop command works. You don't need to put a breakpoint if you want during your development to stop the code at a given position. Then you can stop the code by typing the stop command, right? So, for example, after closing all the unwanted files, it will close, it will stop the thing. At the moment, how many files are there? So we might be having only one file, then we don't need to run it, okay? So anyway, let's run it so that let's see that how it works, right? Press, it will stop here, okay? It will first of all give you a message that one file is currently open, okay? Now, and it has attempted to close all the unwanted file, or there was no unwanted file, so it came back without doing anything, without closing its main file, right? Okay, and it stopped here. You see the yellow mark here, and that the execution is stopped because of this stop command. This is an alternative way of stop the execution. Normally, we stop the execution by putting a breakpoint like this. So this is another way, and in which during the execution, when the programmer wants that the program execution should stop and he need to do something on that to proceed further, so he can use the stop command as well. So this is the purpose of a stop command, right? It is stopping. It is working as a breakpoint without even using the red mark. This is the normal breakpoint we do by clicking on this on the command. So it stops on that. So the next is the we have this used the same code but have made a new objects in this one. Means we have splitted the code, we have divided the code in a proper manner and giving the sequence in which are pertaining to the opening of the file. In our previous code, you see, this was a long sequence of we have put it in this thing and given it a name, a file open command. So that you don't have to again and again type the workbook.open. We gave this set of command a name as file open command, right? You see, we say GoSub perform this. Here we are saying the program that go and do this job. What is it? It's open the file, right? And where it is, we will see it by pressing F8 so that you know how it is done. So open file is not a command normally, but we have made our own sequence and given it a name as open underscore file, right? So when we press F8, so it will take us to this here. You see, open file, and followed by a colon. This is important, right? When we want to make a subroutine, we write the name of the subroutine and followed by a colon. And it must be after this. This is a very important exit subcommand, so that when this reaches, it does not enter into it. Otherwise, it will call an error condition. Okay, so all the subroutines have to be after the exit subcommand and before the end subcommand. Yeah, before the end sub, you write all the. This is one subroutine, and this is other subroutine. Yeah, this. The subroutine starts with a name followed by a colon and terminates with a return command. If we do not use this return command, it will cause an error because the GoSub looks for the return command to terminate the subroutine and get back to where it started from, right? Okay, so now it is setting up as in the previous code, file path, it has set. Now, this is a 41, in our previous code, this was a 41. So we have made it a variable. So G will be constant and F will be the 41, and each time we want to go to the next is added F is equal to F plus 1. So from G41, it will be incremented to G42 and G43. Yeah, as you can remember, G41, one file was open On G42, the second file was open. G43, the third file was open. So 3 different commands were used. So the efficient way is that we use a do-while loop and use a single command, and it will let it execute that many times so that you don't have to make your code lengthy unnecessarily, right? So this will execute, keep on executing until this condition is encountered. The last is 43, and as soon as it tries to exceed this limit, it will return. It will get back. It will leave this do while loop. It will come out of it, and it will return back from where it was called from, by way of GoSub command, right? So let's press F8 to see what's happening. Now F is now become the value is 41. So this will be termed as G41, which is what file name written there, right? So it is now opening the file name written on the G41. Right? Now it is incrementing it with 1. So that is 41 to 42. Now the G42 has another file name, and the same command is being executed to open the next file. The same command is executing again to open the third file. And there are 3 files. Now it should, now since it's the value of F is 44, it has exceeded. Now it will not go on to execute the next 44, right? So this way, this single command is used to just imagine you have hundreds of files or 1,000 of files, and all can be opened using this simple do while loop, right? So now it is returning back from it was called from here. Now it is returning back, and now it is giving you what? The message. For the message, it is now counting that how many files the message will come. That's it. So F8, we press F8 here. 4 files are currently open. Okay. Now, as we have done for the open file, we have also taken the close all do while loop was in a separate manner. So this is the efficient program. Instead of having everything mixed up, and it will be difficult to for the readability purposes, and it will be very difficult. Means it is as if you take an example that you have one drawer, or you have a table having the 3 drawers, and you put all the things in one drawer. So this is a mix-up. Somebody sees it, he will say it's a mess. Why don't you segregate the purposefully in the 3 drawers, so that you know that things which are common in the purpose, they are placed in together in one drawer. So this is for the sake of efficiency and readability and professional sense will appear when you distribute your code in proper in proper sequence, in section portions of the code, distributed, and give them a name. So the loop which was closing the file is given the name as this, and in the GoSub command, it is being called, and so this is called object-oriented sense of coding, right? And this is this is appreciated. Otherwise, if you mix everything together, the program will execute. There will be no harm, but it will not look nice for being a programmer, right? So now, since we are proceeding to the next parts of the programming, gradually we will introduce you with the professional programming. Object-oriented this sense should appear in your code programs, right? So that will not only leave a good impression for the programmer, but also it will improve the efficiency of the system. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it, and we will come up with the, more on this topic, inshallah. So let's close this file, and then we put a breakpoint here so that you see that the closed files are also performed. Yeah. And in the end, it comes answer. So let's write this message again. Control C, so that the program confirms that there is only one file remaining. Yeah, that's right. One file is currently open. That's right. And from here, this is very important command, exit sub. If this is forgotten, if you do not include it, the program will attempt to enter into this command, and that would cause an error on it will attempt all these steps, and here it will give you error where to return, because return it needs a GoSub. So it is coming here, and without a GoSub, and that's why this is important, that all the subroutines which are written in the code before the end sub must be preceded with the exit sub, right? So that the program does not try to unnecessarily go into the subroutines written there and then causing the error. So pressing this will terminate the program safely and soundly. Thank you very much, inshallah. We will come up again and will bring more enhancement in the program. And in our next session, we will do the file handlings like file copy, file delete, and this and that. Okay, so we will discuss about some things also like display alerts. Yeah, we will do it in our next session. Sure. This is also important. Okay, thank you.